Human trafficking is a multi-billion-dollar industry that affects many people in many countries around the world, including the United States. What can you do as an individual to help combat this problem? Joining us today in our studio is Karen Tep, who is a model slash actress from Louisiana. Welcome, Karen, to VOA.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, there are many problems or different kind of problems around the world. Why do you choose human trafficking as the focus?
Well, I'm also a Cambodian rights activist, and one of the things I wanted to do was give back to Cambodia. And I know that human trafficking in Cambodia is a large issue, and I wanted to help Cambodia by getting rid of human trafficking. So I like to spread awareness about it, so more people know about it. Like the more we can help stop.
The State Department lists 20 ways that we can help. One of which is to organize a fundraising event to donate money to anti-human trafficking organizations. That's what you are doing exactly. So tell us more about your upcoming event.
I have an event coming up. It's called the Fashion for Freedom Fashion Show. It's my second fundraiser for this cause. My first one was actually for an organization in New York called Know Me Network, and they helped women that were former sex slaves or at-risk victims or at-risk women in Cambodia. By giving them skills, like they train them to sew. So they have a workplace where these women, they stay there and they teach them how to sew. So they make handmade bags out of recycled material, and we sell them here in the United States. All the proceeds go to that organization to help those women have a job, and they gave them health care and they gave them daycare there also, and they got paid a little more than the average wage over there. And I did a fashion show because it was handmade bags. I thought, well, maybe I can do a fashion show for them and like showcase the bags here. So that's what I did. That's my first Fashion for Freedom.
That's 2010.
Yeah, that was in 2010, and I did that in New Orleans. And we raised about almost $4,000. For that event. And then that's when I started feeling more passionate about it, and I did a little more like speaking engagements, and I did more, I talked about it a lot more, and then I did a lot more research about it. So this year I decided not only did I didn't want to just help women and children in Cambodia, but this year I wanted to help women and children around the world because it affects everyone, including the United States. So I decided to volunteer for an organization called the Freedom Climb. And what they do is they have, I think every quarter they climb mountains to raise awareness on human trafficking. It's kind of like when we do races, you race for charity, so we kind of climb mountains for charity. So all the proceeds go to the Freedom Climb. And this quarter we're climbing 7 summits in Denver, Colorado.
So what are the challenges that you are facing in organizing this whole fundraising events?
Well,
a lot of work, right?
It is a lot of work. Like my first one was, it's my first event. I never put an event together, and I had a deadline of 3 months to put everything together. It's really stressful because I have a family and I have a job, and then doing this too, like finding sponsors, finding a venue, finding donors, and organizing the details. And I have to find the models, I gotta find the designers, I gotta find a venue that will hold a certain amount of people. Would they sponsor the venue? Because you're really asking people to do things for you for free, and not that many people want to do things for you for free, even if it's for charity. So I always say, it's a 501c3, you get a tax write-off. So lucky this year, Eiffel Society is a nightclub kind of thing, but they have events there and you can have weddings and stuff there. But they decided to sponsor the event at their place, so I didn't have to worry about the venue part.
Tell us a little bit more about your modeling and acting career.
I started, I was in nursing school, and I had a nurse, like a student with me. She was a model, and she said, "Oh, Karen, you should model." I'm like, "I look like a model to you?" Like she's like, "Yeah, you should model," and you know, and I'm like, okay. So I never thought about doing it. I finished nursing school, and then I think I worked as a nurse for a year, and I said, well, you know what? Now I have a career. I want to try something new or different, and I thought maybe I'll just try it. You know, maybe I'll just go and see what it's like, if I like it or not. So I did my first few photo shoots, and I liked it, you know, and it just like, you know, like escalated from there. So I felt like, well, because I'm doing the modeling and everything's going well, I think it's what I'm meant to do. So then I decided that I don't want to just model like most people. I wanted to model for a purpose. And so that's when I decided, well, I'm going to model to spread awareness about Cambodia and the genocide, because people don't talk about that, because people don't know, they're not educated. Like we didn't learn about that in our history books in school.
Well, thank you so much, Karen, for your time and for coming to VOA today.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome.